At the count of 3, ready. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you BRP Miguel Malvar, FFG 06, and BRP Albert Magini, PG 909.
We shall now proceed with the traditional breaking of wine with Mrs. Marie Venus P. Espeleta, the spouse of the Flag Officer in Command Philippine Navy, as the vessel sponsor. This symbolizes good luck to the ship and its crew throughout her journey at sea.
I, Marie Venus P. Espeleta, do hereby christen thee, Barko ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Miguel Malvar, FFG 06, and Barko ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Albert Magini, PG 909.
At the count of 3, ready. 1, 2, 3.
In line with the Philippine Navy's vision of a modern and multi-capable Navy, part of today's Philippine Navy anniversary is the commissioning of BRP Miguel Malvar, FFG 06, and BRP Albert Magini, PG 909.
The Naval Adjutant Captain Elvira R. Gonzalez, Philippine Navy General Staff Corps, will now read the commissioning orders of the vessels.
Pursuant to General Orders Number 305 and General Orders Number 307, Headquarters Philippine Navy, published on 13 May 2025, Barko ng Republika ng Pilipinas Miguel Malvar, FFG 06, and Barko ng Republika ng Pilipinas Albert Magini, PG 909, are hereby commissioned into the service of the Philippine Navy effective 20 May 2025.
The commanding officers of BRP Miguel Malvar, FFG 06, Captain Paul Michael Hetchanova, Philippine Navy GSC, and BRP Albert Magini, PG 909, Commander Louis Toong, Philippine Navy, will now render their completeness and readiness report to the Flag Officer in Command, Philippine Navy.
Ito, ang mga pinuno at tauhan ng Barko ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Miguel Malvar, FFG 06, ay narito pong lahat na pag-alaman at handa na po sa seremonyang pagkukomisyon.
Ito, ang mga pinuno at tauhan ng Barko ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Albert Magini, PG 909. Narito po lahat na pag-alaman at handa na po sa seremonyang pagkukomisyon.
The Flag Officer in Command Philippine Navy will render same report to our Commander-in-Chief. We shall now witness the first hoisting of commissioning pennants, national ensign, jack flag, and the full dressing of the BRP Miguel Malvar, FFG 06, and BRP Albert Magini, PG 909.
Bugay kamay! Na!
May we request the audience to stand for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Perlas na silangan, alaw ng puso sa
The commanding officers will render a report to the Flag Officer in Command, Philippine Navy, that BRP Miguel Malvar, FFG 06, and BRP Albert Magini, PG 909, have now been commissioned and added to the inventory of readily deployable vessels of the Philippine Navy.
Ito, ang Barko ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Miguel Malvar, FFG 06, ay ganap na pong nakomisyon.
Ito, ang Barko ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Albert Magini, PG 909, ay ganap na pong nakomisyon.
The flag officer in command, Philippine Navy, will render same report to our Commander-in-Chief. We shall now witness the time-honored tradition of the setting of the watch. This shows the first entry on the ship's rough deck log, which signifies the first posting of duties of the newly commissioned vessels.
Harap sa labas! Harap! Takbong akbang! Cut!
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to the officers and crew of BRP Miguel Malvar, FFG 06, and BRP Albert Magini, PG 909. May we request the President, the official party, and other distinguished guests to proceed aboard BRP Miguel Malvar, FFG 06, for the capability demonstration.
May we invite all other guests to remain seated and kindly direct your attention at the screens in front of you for the audio-visual presentation of the different Philippine Navy units.
The Naval Monitoring Station Cabra has detected an unknown skunk at vicinity 16 nautical miles west of Luzon Point, Mariveles, Bataan. The said skunk attempted to land into a Philippine-claimed island, in which it is now recognized to be hostile. The missile launching unit will now set to general quarters.
Set general quarters.
General quarters, general quarters. All hands on your battle station.
Permission to engage the target, sir.
Sir, request permission to engage the target. Request granted.
Aye, aye, sir.
Ground base, 750 meters.
Launch the missile.
Aye, aye, sir. Launch the missile. Aye, aye, sir. Take coastal. With Bulldog Salvo size 1. Bulldog affirm. 3, 2, 1. Bulldog away. Bulldog away. Bulldog away. Bulldog away.
Sir, target hit. Target hit.
Missile firing completed with 2 missiles expended. No material damage and personal casualty. Request permission to terminate missile firing, sir.
Very well. Zeus Magini.
This is Zeus. Go ahead, Magini.
Sir, target hit and destroyed. Request permission to terminate the missile firing, sir.
Request granted.
Bulldog away! Bulldog away! Bulldog away!
Sir, target hit! Target hit!
Missile firing completed with 2 missiles expended. No material damage and personal casualty. Request permission to terminate missile firing, sir.
Very well. Sus, Magini.
This is Seos. Go ahead, Majidi.
Sir, target hit and destroyed. Request permission to terminate the missile firing, sir.
Request granted.
May we request the President, the official party, and other distinguished guests to proceed back to the ceremonial area for the anniversary proper.
To formally welcome us in today's event and to give his anniversary message, ladies and gentlemen, the Flag Officer in Command, Philippine Navy, Vice Admiral Jose Ma Ambrosio, Q. Espeleta, Philippine Navy.
This day provides us the opportunity to reflect on our organization's core values, maritime heritage, and enduring traditions that contribute to the advancement of our maritime nation. Truly, we have come a long way from the hoisting of the Philippine flag at the topmast of a revolutionary vessel in 1898. Our Navy has steadily grown into a force that is ever prepared to protect the country. Our readiness has become even more crucial in navigating the present security environment, filled with urgent challenges related to the development in our seas. And for the Philippines, we are aware that our country's future is linked to the security of our maritime domain. That is why our Navy plays an important role, not just in defending national sovereignty and assuring territorial integrity, but in contributing to lasting peace and preserving marine resources that future generations of young Filipinos can inherit. As such, this year's theme, Philippine Navy, Addressing Challenges, Promoting Regional Stability and Strengthening Maritime Security, shows our firm understanding of the growing expectations placed upon us, including the resolute desire to meet. For this reason, we have been progressively undertaking actions to attain a holistic defense posture that secures the whole Philippine archipelago and our exclusive economic zone. This is anchored in the comprehensive archipelagic defense concept. We demonstrate this commitment by modernizing and enhancing our deterrent capabilities, deepening our defense ties with key partners and like-minded nations, developing individuals with appropriate technical competencies, and strengthening collaboration with major services. This also brings us closer to our vision of becoming a modern and multi-capable Navy. Yet, the realization of these endeavors was not carried out overnight, nor by us alone. It is the result of the endless support of the national government and the invaluable service of countless officers, enlisted personnel, and civilian human resource who came before us and paved the way for us. Let us not forget these contributions, which have made it possible for us to stand where we are today. As we commemorate our 127th anniversary, there is clarity on what we must do moving forward, and that is to uphold our mandate of asserting our sovereignty, sovereign rights, and jurisdiction. Let us stay on course and remain full speed ahead. Once again, the men and women of the Philippine Navy express our gratitude for your presence and time here with us today. Let us continue to work together and unite in the spirit of this special event. Mabuhay ang hukbong dagat ng Pilipinas at mabuhay tayong lahat. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Vice Admiral Espeleta, sir.
First of all, congratulations and happy 127th anniversary to our Philippine Navy. Today we celebrate an enduring legacy of an institution built by the fortitude of its men and women, whose 100-year and more history profoundly shaped the destiny of our nation. At hanggang ngayon, ipinapakita ng hukbong dagat ng Pilipinas ang serbisyo ay hindi lang bahagi ng ating kasaysayan, bahagi rin ito ng ating kasalukuyan. Nitong mga nakaraang linggo, nakita natin ang dedikasyon, tapang at ang tatag ng ating mga sundalong mandaragat sa kanilang pagtulong na masigurong maayos, matagumpay at mapayapa ang halalan. More than 1,800 personnel were deployed in the 2025 elections, and they played a key role in ensuring its safe and orderly conduct, particularly in vulnerable areas of the country, and in addition, also securing our democracy. Your dedication is evident in your readiness to respond to every crisis, natural or man-made. So despite rough seas, existing dangers, the psychological toll you serve, not simply out of duty for the Republic, but because that is innately who you are. You are guardians of our people. The Philippine Navy has been a constant force in our Hader response operations, deploying fleet marine teams to rescue distressed fishing vessels and to respond whenever extreme typhoons and other disasters strike. Nais ko rin gamitin ang pagkakataong ito upang pasalamatan sina Corporal Gestoni Dalman at Private First Class J.P. Navales na sumagip sa isang 10 taong gulang na bata na nalulunod sa Madlum River, Bulacan nitong nakaraang Marso. Isa itong patunay sa ating lahat na ang tunay na bayani ay kumikilos hindi lang dahil kinakailangan, kundi dahil din sa katapatan, sa tungkulin at sa pagmamahal sa kapwa. Atin din binibigyang pugay sina Intelligence Specialist Third Class Jeff Villanueva bilang Enlisted Personnel of the Year at ang arkitekto na binibigyan natin ng napakaraming trabaho na hanggang ngayon na hindi na natutulog. Ang architect Sherwin Cornejo bilang Civilian Human Resource of the Year. Ang inyong natatanging tapang, galing at husay ay nagbigay ng karagdagan lakas at inspirasyon sa buong hukbong dagat. In every mission, the Navy proves that maritime strength is measured by the character, clarity of mission, and the commitment of those who serve. That same commitment to duty was clearly seen in the West Philippine Sea and in other maritime outposts. The Navy personnel serve as peacekeepers both in land and in sea, remaining steadfast as ever, upholding our nation's maritime entitlements with dignity and with courage. Sa kabila ng tensyon sa ating rehiyon, nananatiling matatag ang ating hukbong dagat. We stand firm. We will never tolerate any act of disrespect against our sovereignty. We will continue to safeguard our maritime zones and exercise our maritime entitlements in accordance with international law. Wala tayong isusuko, wala tayong papapabayaan. We reaffirm our commitment to being a responsible member of the international community, engaging in all matters diplomatically and upholding the established principles under international law. This obligation is reflected in our proactive and sustained engagement in international defense and security efforts. We also continue to actively participate in various exercises such as the Balikatan, Sama-Sama, Rim of the Pacific, and multilateral naval exercises, Kakadu. We have likewise conducted staff-to-staff talks with other nations, and we have hosted the ASEAN Defense Ministers meeting experts working group on maritime security. All of these are aligned with our broader efforts to foster cooperation and to maintain peace, both within our borders and across the region. In line with these endeavors, this administration remains resolute in its agenda of a future-ready and modernized armed forces of the Philippines. What we witnessed during the commissioning ceremony of the Navy's 2 newly acquired vessels, the BRP Miguel Malvar and the BRP Albert Mahini, is a Philippine Navy that is modernizing, that is evolving, and is ready to conduct more complex and effective operations in promoting the country's national interest. Through the AFP modernization program, especially through Horizon 3, we are investing in responsive and up-to-date assets and systems to ensure that our Navy remains a formidable force in the region. More than just acquiring new equipment, this modernization is also about empowering the Philippine Navy with the necessary skills, knowledge, tools, and sustainment that would safeguard areas, beginning with the groundbreaking at Naval Station Nabasan and continuing with Chiquita and Grande Islands. We are also establishing the Naval Support Base in Misamis Oriental so that Sangli Point can be devoted to other uses. These efforts form part of our strategy to bolster our national defense. Let us also recognize the inspiration behind every successful mission, every safe return, and every heroic act of our Navy personnel. Of course, their beloved families. Sa mga asawa, mga anak, mga magulang, kapatid at mga mahal sa buhay ng ating mga magigiting na sundalo, kayo po ang pinagmumulan ng tapang at panindigan ng buong sandatahan. Maraming salamat sa inyong sakripisyo, pang-unawa at sa inyong mga dasal. To the brave men and women of the Philippine Navy, you consistently show us what real service looks like. Despite being far from home and facing the challenges of long days and rough seas, you still carry on with your strength, commitment, and with your resolve. Taos-puso akong nagpapasalamat sa inyong lahat habang kayo ay magdamag na nagbabantay sa laot sa mga baybayin ng ating bansa. Nananatiling panatag ang loob ng bawat Pilipino, tangan ang bagong pag-asa para sa isang mas mapayapa at progresibong bagong Pilipinas. Baunin nawa ninyo sa bawat misyon ang tapang ng isang sundalong Pilipino, lalong-lalo na ang disiplina, ang husay at ang pagmamahal sa bayan. This is your Commander-in-Chief wishing you fair winds and following seas. And once again, happy anniversary. Mabuhay ang hukbong dagat ng Pilipinas, mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas.